Hi there, welcome to Funding by Alex. My name is Alex, and today I would like to talk to you about the importance of branding while you are fundraising. So, being visible, beating the drum, etc. So, basically, look beyond the ideas. You have an idea, but you need to actually round it out and make the body full, so to speak. So, you start with your idea. Your idea is actually something that you need to convince investors of, that they can trust you, that it's feasible, that they can trust you also, that you are the person who can actually put this idea into practice and actually capture the market for it. So how you capture the market? So basically, step by step, you need to explain this. This is basically where you explain more about the inner workings of your company. So, what is your competitive advantage? Do you have experience? Do you have special contacts? Do you have partnerships that you can leverage? Are there various things in your total value proposition to investors that is special, gives you an advantage? Then your team. So, normally, this sort of thing is like ideas versus the team that is going to execute the ideas. The idea is actually maybe 10% of the entire equation. The team is 90%. Why? Because you can still pivot when you have a good team. If you have an idea that doesn't work, but the team is not good, yeah, ideas you can change, teams you cannot change that easily. And of course, you need to beat the drum. So in the end, you need to basically get out there, get in front of investors, but investors also are getting information from other sources. So it's a networking game. One investor talks to the other. There are investment bankers that are actually talking to investors. There are various startup ecosystems where the media is actually involved. So where you're talking about an article in a newspaper, an article on an online, an online magazine, basically, an interview, a press release, stuff that you can say like, look, through some sort of program in the government or a startup program or a startup boot camp, you can actually get all these contacts and you can actually beat the drum. Be out there, be selling yourself, basically. So that's the part of the marketing strategy. So, what is important? So, besides actually having the absolute best pitch deck you can imagine, you actually need to be visible. So, being visible means that on the first page of Google, you are actually completely dominating. There should actually ideally be first page of Google. You should own it. The idea is also like you have all sorts of press releases, you have all sorts of links to social media, links to your website, links to partners link to you, that sort of thing. So that's actually where your company comes up many times. So a lot of databases that you will be added to automatically, but it should actually be you own that first page of Google, basically the Google ranking. Then to get there, of course, you need to put out content. So social media, content marketing, meaning you have to put all your social media, preferably from day one. That's actually something I will get into later. You actually need to put in place. So basically, content marketing is something that you need to create various things on your social media pages that are not advertising. So if you look at social media more like it's a TV station, would you watch a TV station if it's only airing commercials? No. So you need to also add value. People want to learn something. People want to know more about, the background of the company, more about the industry, maybe some trends that you want to share, maybe something that has nothing to do with it, but actually something that, enlightens people or entertains people in some way. So this is where you keep transmitting. Then news to engage the media with. So actually, to get onto that first page of Google, you have all these press releases, all these interviews, all these things, bits and bobs, actually, that you can use to get, yourself on many backlinks, basically. Um, but beware, not everything is news. So the fact that you exist when you start, it's news. But apart from that, there is advertising has been invented for promoting companies. If you actually have something new that is really newsworthy, that is for a journalist to actually decide. So how to sway journalists, to give you the benefit of the doubt, I'll get into in a moment. But Also very important is to have a smooth web presence. So you have, in essence, everything that about your company can be found in a very neat place. So you don't need to discuss taste. Taste of web design is also very different, but it should look professional. Then you have, in essence, interacting with journalists. So interacting with journalists, like I mentioned, with regards to news media, is actually a yeah can be a very powerful ally, but just to be friends with journalists actually doesn't get them to places. Journalists have integrity. Journalists also need to provide content with quality. So in essence, you need to make sure that you are on their good side, but you provide value to them as well. So not only asking, but you're also giving, yeah, in terms of maybe tips of something about industry trends, etc. That's why journalists also would like to talk to a lot of people, stakeholders, because it's a value, exchange of value basically, where that can in the end also be the difference whether or not you get a chance to get your face in the newspaper or your company mentioned in some article. They will also look at you more as a expert in the field. So if you are, let's say, a biotech company, and they have something is trending about biotech, yeah, they would like to also, of course, talk to you and your people in order to get the latest information and maybe background information, because a journalist is more a generalist, so they know a lot. Know a little of a lot of things, and a specialist is actually someone who knows a lot about very little, basically. So in the essence, this is the where you spend your time, basically. So journalists are in need of help, and therefore you can actually leverage this. In the end, people buy from people. So if you are not liked, if you don't spend time in and don't invest in relationships, you don't expect to get anything back. You need to be a people person, basically. Journalists normally are quite outgoing people, but also very much analytical people who actually have very much fact-checking capabilities. They like to get information, and not people who are easily, um, you know, persuaded to actually just promote something. Um, then, of course, to get out there, you need to network and show your face. So go to places where the media is covering, go to networking events, get your name noticed, get out there, basically. And because, like I said, there is a sort of a feeder system for information to investors. Investors, of course, let's say theoretically tomorrow you inherit $100 million and you actually would like to invest it. Where would you get your information from? So that is actually a good way to think about it. Like, okay, where would I look? I would actually Google. I would actually look at, okay, well, what kind of startup events are there? Are there people I know in my network who actually are dealing with startups for me to invest in? So all these things are very important to show your face, be relevant, stay up to date with the latest, basically. And even if you don't like it, that is the thing. Yeah, you need to actually get someone in your team, someone in the founding team, actually needs to like it and do it. So you, I mean, not have to like it, but you have to do it. Um, that keeps your brand also top of mind. So in essence, constantly you're confronted with a company. Hey, this is actually maybe something I should look closer at. So this is a very slow burner sort of thing, but it's part of it. So rather than, hey, you've never heard of me, you've never seen anything in the newspapers, you've never seen anything online, but I am a startup founder and I have this startup and I would like to ask you for blah blah blah. Now, that is a less powerful thing than actually when you say, hey, this startup actually has already been in the news, has popped up on some news sites. Basically, it's come up in the network of this investor. He has already heard of you, she has already heard of you. Therefore, it's an easier chat when you come up. So maybe the interest is already there. And of course, to start from day one, you need to really start from day one, in the sense of, it's sometimes, oh, I'm still busy with setting up the company, I'm still busy with building whatever I need to build. But the problem here is actually that, when you are actually looking at starting, it's never too late to start, but actually also never too early to start. So that's just something I would like to give you guys in event. Please do feel free to yeah, reach out to me if you need help on this. I basically am able to guide you into the right direction without the meter running. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. To also follow our Facebook and Instagram pages as well as our LinkedIn page. Alex at goldendragoncapital.co. You can actually send me an email. Any questions you would like to have. Like I said, I run an advisory firm in Jakarta together with my friend Henry. We basically advise companies, right from early stage to pre-IPO stage, basically in terms of fundraising and various communication services. I have a very talented communication advisor as well, who is a media personality. This is mainly for the Asian market, but we also have partners in other jurisdictions. So, if you would like to, know more about it without any obligation, please do feel free to reach out. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.